I absolutely love old houses and all the fun little characteristics that they have. This particular one is a 1961 mid-century modern house. It's a listing that I have going live here pretty soon. I'm finishing up getting it all ready for sale, but in the meantime, I just wanted to show you this quick little video with some of my favorite design elements that this property has. Let's take a look. So the first thing that you're going to notice on this outside of this property, it may appear that it's a ranch style house, and ranch style houses are typically flat, lower roofs, and straight lines. Well, the unique thing about this property that sets it apart from ranch style is that it's got some special little touches all throughout. So we're going to go through that. The first thing is that you're going to notice it has these angles. Now, one of the hallmark design elements of the mid-century modern movement was really more of what was back in the time looked at as a futuristic design touch. So you're going to see little angles, and they're simple. They're not embellished. They don't have a lot of extra stuff on top of it. So things like crown molding, you're not going to see, in a mid-century modern house. What you are going to see, though, is a lot of just very clean, simple design, building materials, and touches. There's lots of straight lines, some curves, but not always. This is a really, really nice, again, very well maintained fireplace. It has the upper lighting up in the top, and then let's go ahead and take a look at the backside here too. You can see that the wood paneling has all been kept up and just super, super beautiful. This being in Midtown Tucson, it's got really surprisingly nice views of the Catalina Mountains there, and it's on an elevated lot. And this is not your typical type of house in Tucson. You do have mid-century modern houses in Tucson, of course, but this one really takes on a lot more of a premium feel to it. And the reason for that is that it's got much larger than average bedrooms. It's got a lot more touches that you just wouldn't see in your standard run-of-the-mill Tucson house for this time period. This one is almost, it's actually over 3,000. I think it's 3,077 square foot. So really, really giant. Your normal house in Tucson is going to really be more in the 15 to, let's call it 1,800 square foot. But lots of really gorgeous built-ins that are all original and all kept up in really great condition. You've got the fun little touches such as your new tone door speaker and intercom system, so you can talk to anybody else in the house. And you've got lots of built-ins, which were very classic to have in the 1950s. But this one has extra little touches, little hidden gems like this. Only guesses on what that is? That is actually your central vacuum system. So instead of having to lug around your big vacuum cleaner all throughout the house, all that you had to do was carry around your hose, your central vacuum hose. And that had a little adapter that you could go in and plug in anywhere that you saw these little ports. So kind of hidden throughout each room, you'll see these little ports that you can plug into. But we're going to now talk about, in the primary bedroom here, a couple of really cool things. Again, very specific to mid-century modern design. While I can't do it with only one hand here holding the camera, this split down the middle is actually a sliding bed. So both of these pieces slide a few inches on either way. What that would mean is that you could then have two separate full-size beds for his and her sleeping arrangement, just like in the sitcom Ozzie and Harriet, or Leave It to Beaver. And so lots of just really fun relics from the past that have been kept. This wallpaper, again, original and just so, some would maybe call it gaudy. I think it is just amazingly beautiful. It's a really fun design touch. Check this little design element out. Now, they're using it for a toilet paper holder, but my guess is that this was where you would either keep a blow dryer or your electric razor, because you do have an electric outlet in there that you can plug into. So anybody that knows for certain what that is, I'd love to get your comments in the comment section if you know exactly what those little cubbies were used for. Over here, of course, you've got your telephone port as well as your magazine holder, and not sure what the original intent of that cubby was, but again, love to hear your comments if you know about that. Let's take a look at this immaculately maintained original shower. Now in here, this is my favorite part up here. You can see it's Tucson Shower Door Manufacturing Company on Speedway. Kept up in really great shape there, so that's really fun. Now over here, you have a really cool thing here. This brass has got a lot of patina on it, so it's been water damaged over the years, but here's what this is. And you see these occasionally in 1950s and 60s houses. And this would have been where you could put your cup as well as your toothbrushes. You can slide your toothbrushes in there and then you can hide them up. And that makes sense when you realize what the mid-century design characteristics were, is that you wanted to really keep things nice and clean, clear, and crisp. Some of the fun things up here is that you've got these space age looking little lights that you can direct up top. That one has a burnt out bulb, so you can't see it in its entirety there. But so lots of storage, lots of open space. And again, you're not going to see a lot of the houses in Tucson being this large. So this one was definitely a little bit better. When it was new, this would have probably been a good 30 to 40% more expensive than your other average house built in the same year, just due to its size. Now in here, this would have been your den, and you can call it your study, your den, and it would have been used originally as your entertainment space for your guests. You also have this ability, of course, to close it off. So if you did have guests and this was more of your family area that you wanted to keep messy, you could then host your guests in the main part of the house. So all these built-ins are original and in really great shape. Show you a couple other really cool features on this house that are very indicative of the era. Of course, this is your central area for your intercom system. So you have all of your different settings for being able to play radio throughout or talk to people that come to the front door. This is a nice little hidden extra for when you want to get your bar. This is where you can store all of your alcohol in a very nice central location. Now I'm gonna show you a couple extra little features here. Again, not typical for this era, but you do see these every now and then with mid-century modern houses. So this is an electric adjustable electric grill. So indoor grill, and it is still actually working. I tested it out and it is working just fine. This guy right here is an accessory that you can buy as an extra, and this will allow you to put a rotisserie skewer on here, so you can have a rotisserie going at the same time as you're grilling your steaks. Now in here, show you in the main part of the kitchen. If you've never seen one of these, I love these, and I'm kind of sad that they went away, but this would have been a NuTone accessory built-in motor. So what would you put in here? Well, you have a couple choices. You can either have gotten a blender that can go in there and then you can turn it on and adjust the speed on that, or you can buy a number of other accessories. Like you can see, they've got this knife sharpener attachment. So this little guy just fits in there like that, and then you can turn it on and electronically sharpen your knives with that rotor there. So really, really fun little piece. I'm so glad that they kept that. Now I'm saving the best for last here because I really, really just am so enamored with this range and oven right here. So this is a Tapan, they call it a Visualite. Now Visualite, because obviously you can see what's happening in here. And you've got all these kind of space age designs with kind of cockpit style buttons that toggle switches that turn on. You've got another rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie is very big. And then of course your oven light. That's not the best part though. You know, you've got this nice space saving design, which is a nice cutting board that you can use for prep space. But if you need to boil something, of course, you have now your pull out that you can then have all of your pots and pans be up on there. So very cool little feature and fun little house. So I hope you enjoyed checking out all of these little fun accessories that's unique to the mid-century modern style. just remember, when you're driving around Tucson and you see some of these houses, you never know what's inside. So I hope you enjoyed this, and make sure to check out the link below so you can actually see the photos of all these pieces. Thanks so much for watching.